New at 5, Governor Newsom gives more details on the budget plan for this year, but apparently there is something of a small deficit which could require cuts.
NBC4's Conan Nolan live on Newsom with the next steps here. Conan.
That's right. So the state's budget is a record $348.9 billion. It provides for increases in funding for K through 12 education, a $1 billion fund to help homeowners in the rebuilding process in Altadena and Pasadena. But it is what was not in the budget that is also making news. There currently is no plan for the state to backfill major cuts in funding from the Trump administration and the Republican Congress to Medicaid and to the assortment of other benefit programs the state has counted on in the past. California Medical Association today weighing in, saying the wait-and-see approach, the hope that the feds will come through at some point later in the year, is worrisome, and that millions of low-income Californians will lose health care coverage. The good news, though, is that in the budget, the deficit is expected to be $2.9 billion, and not the $17.6 billion that the Independent Legislative Analyst's Office anticipated. Joe Steffenshaw is the director of the California Department of Finance.
LAO incorporated a significant risk of a stock market downturn into their forecast. We do not do that. We don't build in downturns, recessions into our forecast. What we do and have traditionally done is we note those as risks, and we talk about that in the 8 pages. And we do note that if there is a stock market correction to the tune of about 20%, that would have an impact of our on our revenues in the budget window to the degree of up to $30 billion.
And the translation of all that is if we have a recession, we're in big trouble. Anyhow, the reason for the better-than-expected news is windfall tax revenue from investments into artificial intelligence. The state gets most of its revenue from wealthy people on their investments. When Wall Street is healthy, so too is the California state budget. Now, in May is the so-called budget revise. That means the state gets a handle on how much tax revenue has been raised, and then they'll adjust the numbers. The governor, in a statement, saying that the state economy is strong, but there are challenges ahead. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
All right, Conan, thank you for that. And you could say, here we go again. Another major closure on the 405 through the Sepulveda Pass this weekend. Several lanes will be shut down between Getty Center Drive and Bel Air Crest Road. The 55-hour closure is part of an ongoing repavement project there. Those lane closures will start tonight at 10, and they will continue until 5 o'clock Monday morning. So plan ahead.